Today is honey extraction day. I'm very excited because we've got a lot of honey to extract. I think we've got 50 pounds or more. I'll weigh it when I'm done. But as you can see, I'm out here in my garage. I've got some items down here on the floor so I can just take them out when I'm done and hose them off. Yes, I do have my Prepper window air conditioner set at 65 with a booster fan in front of it. It does get hot here. It'll be in the 90s, high 90s today. So I've got my hot knife and my extractor and strainer and the buckets from the Montgomery County Beekeepers Association. If you're in the area and you want to learn about bees and have a great time, click the link below to mocobees.com and join us for some meetings. But anyway, I've got my cousin-in-law, Mike, with me today.
Yay!
And he's going to help me out here. He's all suited up, we're ready to go. And we're going to go get some frames from the hives. We just brought in our first load of honey.
41.
And we've got 41.4 pounds. Of course, that's with the container and the frames and everything. So we've got at least 35 pounds of honey in here. At the minimum, 30 pounds. But what we'll do is we'll extract all the honey. Then we'll weigh this empty and see what it weighs. Okay, here's Mike decapping his first frame of honey. Look at that, it's beautiful. The bees have done a perfect job. They've got the cappings over the top of both the top and bottom rails, and so all the wax is coming right off. That is absolutely beautiful. What do you think, Mike?
That's awesome. Oh man.
Look at that, absolutely full of honey. Oh, look at that honey just pour out. Okay, now we're just going to put the knife, do both sides, and then we're going to put it in the extractor. Here we are. We've just got the first honey super extracted, and it's just pouring out this luscious, great, golden honey. It was getting hard to extract in the extractor, and I realized I had the last two frames in, and the honey had built up to the bottom of the extractor, and so here we had to stop and let the honey out.
I so want to put my mouth on that.
Face plant.
I so want to put my face on that.
Okay, we're going to weigh this now that these have been pulled and see what we get here. We get 11.4 pounds. Before it was 41.4 pounds. We got 30 pounds of magnificent, wonderful honey from one super. Alright, so here we are extracting honey from the hives. That's the honeycomb that they're brushing off, getting the bees that are still on it to go away, putting it in a container to be harvested.
The only way that the bees will actually leave the honeycomb is if they've been smoked, so that they'll go more towards the bottom of the comb for protection, because they believe that it's a forest fire. It's a lot of honey. Making me think of a bee movie.
Right here. That's why I get the suit that has the pockets. Right? Alright, so would you grab that box for me and bring it into the garage?
That's so awesome.
Is that pretty heavy?
That is pretty heavy.
Look at those muscles bulge. This wasn't even as full as the other one.
Taking it into the house?
Into the garage. Whenever you can, involve family, friends, and others in your prepping activities. We didn't have much of a struggle getting all these guys over here because they know there's fresh honey.
Have you licked the toilet or something? Because I was sore.
Here it goes into the extractor. And we're going to get the other one in here too. Okay, we're done extracting. It took about, I don't know, 5 hours, but it was a lot of fun. If work can be fun, this is definitely fun. We've got lots of cappings here that we can use to make candles or just munch on. I mean, this is really good with the honey. It just gives you a great big burst of honey. We'll go ahead and drain some of the honey out of here, run it through the filter. I'll put this outside and let the bees munch on it for a couple days. These are going to go back in the hive. We've got, I'm guessing, over 100 pounds of honey here. We're still got honey left in here, and this is still filtering. So I'll weigh it when we're completely done, give you an idea. I already gave Uncle Mike his pay today in his honey he took home with him. Really appreciate his help. So a lot of fun. Last thing to do is weigh it all. Here we are. The bees are doing all my cleanup. This is so sweet. I left this out here for them, and probably it's been half an hour, and they've got almost the entire thing cleaned up. There's a bunch of honey inside the centrifuge in there, but they're just doing all the cleanup, and I'll just rinse this off, wipe it down with a hose and a towel, and I'll be done. But that's the easiest way to get cleaned up after extracting honey, is let the bees do the cleanup, and they're happy to do it. Let's see what this all weighs. Okay, we have the official tally. We're at 108 pounds of honey. That's subtracting the bucket weight and everything else. That's actually raw honey, minus the 4 half pints we've given away, and I don't know how many Mrs. LDS preppers already come out and scooped out with the spoonful. But I've seen her out here at least a couple of times. We didn't get the bees for the honey. We got them for pollination. They've done a great job with pollination, but we enjoy having the honey. And we enjoy sharing it. I've already given some to my neighbors and some friends yesterday, and they absolutely love it. They say they've never tasted honey like this before, because it isn't like the honey you buy in the store. So if you want to improve your chances of having great, healthy, productive garden, whether it's a vegetable garden or whether it's a flower bed, if you want to get lots of wonderful fruit and vegetables or have beautiful flowers, I'd really recommend you consider getting some bees, getting some bee-friendly netting for the birds so the birds can stay out but the bees can get in. And then you can come out and pick your beans, your watermelon, your zucchini, your cucumbers, your collards, your kale, your tomatoes, whatever it is that you want to plant. And you're going to help your neighbors with their flower beds. If you've got fruit trees, bees will pollinate those. Flowers will look great. Having bees really makes a difference. As I mentioned before in previous videos, it quadrupled the output of our garden and really makes your neighbors' gardens and flowers beautiful too. So if you have the opportunity, I'd encourage you to look into becoming a backyard beekeeper. The nice thing about them is, you notice I've walked up here to the 3 hives. You don't see any bees in the air until I get right to the hive. That's because the bees will fly out about 2 feet, and then if you watch, you'll see them spiral up into the sky about 15 to 20 feet, and so they're not in anybody's business. And when they find a flower they like, they spiral back down, and then they spiral back up and then fly back to the hive. So even though I've just walked from where the bees were cleaning up to the hives here, there are no bees flying around in my backyard from here to there, because they have a fly zone of 15-20 feet up. So they're very easy to live with. They have huge benefit to the garden and the vegetation, and if you're lucky and if you want it, they make plenty of honey. So this is LDS Prepper reminding you, if you are prepared, you shall not fear. And if you have bees, you'll have a very, very sweet experience.